Okay, so I pretty much figured out my cues for the bench in order for me to get good form. That's back wide, feel the traps, elbows tucked, spread the bar. If I can feel my lower traps kind of bulging out and pressing into the bench, that's when I know I've got the correct upper back position. As for back wide, that just helps me get more stable on the bench. I'm getting my shoulders down low enough, but I'm forgetting to spread the lats out in order to create a stable base. So that was the cause of a lot of my instability on the bench. And you never want to bench like this. Alright? Bench like this, you're in for some shoulder pain. So you gotta tuck the elbows, but you also have to pull the bar apart in order to properly engage the shoulder muscles and the triceps. Yeah. So that's about it. Alright. 230 on the bar, going for 10 again. Stopped at 8, form was getting too funky. Felt alright though. Pec minor is a little aggravated, but I made the mistake of trying to do pull-ups as part of my warm-up. Said it was going to swear off pull-ups. When you do pull-ups, obviously you're grabbing the bar over your head. That means all your stabilizer muscles are engaged, keeping your shoulders attached to your rib cage. One of those stabilizers is the pec minor. So yeah, got to lay off the pull-ups for a bit. So, rows. I think today's workout is going to be 3 sets of 8 with 230. See how that treats me. Set 2. How many was that? 6? I'll get more tomorrow. I made up for it. I actually have a pump. Set 3. Let's try to get 8 just as quick as I can. If I have to stop, rack the weight, then unrack it, get a few sets. Yeah, whatever. Call that good. You push it to the limit, you grow better. You can try some overhead press, 95 pounds. I'm gonna do it seated, so that hopefully I can get more out of them. Standing up while pressing overhead, for me, that just absolutely wears me out. Never been good at that. Not a skill I've developed. I've actually got a pretty good pump. Never had a hard time growing my triceps, but biceps on the other hand, different story. So I think I'm going to start incorporating some bicep curls. Okay, take two. Muscles grow when presented with tension, mechanical tension. They grow best when presented tension at the point of maximal stretch. You know, you ask some people how to improve your squat, they'll tell you, oh, full range of motion. Make sure your butt scratches on the ground. Make sure your knees are fully contracted, right? You ask these same people how to train your grip, they'll tell you, hang on to a bar as hard as you can. muscles fully contracted. Well, let's look for some evidence of what really works, alright? You got people who play tennis, grab on a racket, they hold on to it, they hit a ball as hard as they can, muscles fully contracted. And because they're hitting the ball really hard and really fast, force equals mass times acceleration, they're changing the way that ball travels really fast. Their forearms are presented with a lot of tension, but not under a lot of stretch. Meanwhile, you got people who practice yoga, right? They do their flexibility, put their feet behind their head and all that. That's some tension, because the body provides a natural tension of its own. The joints resisting moving, muscles on the opposite side, the body pressing up against itself. So there's tension, but not a lot. But they've got a lot of stretch. And people who practice yoga, they don't really get much muscle at all. So what's more important, tension or stretch?
Look at that little fella. Oh, what a sweet little face. You a sweet little baby.
Force equals mass times acceleration. Acceleration is speed and direction. So if you're going down, then you stop the weight and you come up, that's a lot of acceleration. If you sit down on a box, nice and gentle, you're very slowly decelerating. Well, technically, according to physics, that's acceleration, but colloquially, it's deceleration. You're accelerating the bar slower. Then as you come up, you're accelerating the bar again. So you're getting two much smaller doses of acceleration, so it's not as good for muscle growth. What it is good is for teaching your nerves how to fire effectively. Also, I'm not very good at a wide stance yet because my muscles are tight. This is really good for teaching you to open up those hips, stretch out those adductors in a safe and controlled way. Because if you go down into the hole and then you spring up real hard, that puts a lot of stress on those adductors. And if they're not flexible, well, then your body could inhibit their activation. You can not get a good, effective squat form. All types of bad things can happen. So sitting down onto a box is a great teaching tool, although it is less effective for absolute muscle building. So if you're a bodybuilder, box squats can have some utility, but they shouldn't be your primary form of squat. If, however, you're just looking to get strong, they're great for that. Because my safety arms are so short, I'm coming out a little bit away from them as I sit back into the box, but which is a slight risk. If I lost the bar at that point, I could, experience some scraping down my back, but the bar wouldn't fall onto my neck. When I'm more forward in the squat position and I'm coming up, the bar is over the safety, so not an ideal situation. Ideally, you'd want a full power rack. But, we all work within certain limits. Some of those limits are equipment. Feeling a lot more confident in the hole already. My hip flexibility is improving. Not bad. That was fairly easy, but I think I'll leave that there today. Come back tomorrow and do a little bit more. As for now, I think I'll do some farmer's walks. Got a cat over there. And that cat's saying, do farmer's walks. They're good for you. They'll build a good, strong body. Well, gotta do what the cat says. I like to hold the weight in my fingers. Makes it a little bit more challenging on the grip. Zigzags and figure eights and things build more stabilizer strength. Alright, good workout. Call it a day, feed the cats, come back and do it